All right, so a little quick role play for mortgage protection leads this morning. And are you working mainly call-ins? Are you working, what's your lead order? How much you invest in? What does that look like?
40 CIAs, 5 MIAs, and some digital mortgage protection that just got started rolling in. So my lead
Okay.
spend is 1600 a week.
Okay. There's the truth. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got nothing but truth here. I got no skill, but I got the
Now it makes
activity and
sense. This
I
is
got the belief.
fantastic. I didn't know we were going here today. Jesus, this is fantastic. You said 40 CIAs and
Mhm.
I thought you were done talking. Okay. I thought you were done talking.
No, I've been in 40 CIAs since I started. Pretty much once I had access to them, Uh, I knew that if I didn't have the skills, that I was at least going to talk to some people that wanted something and give me the best opportunity to set an appointment. That was kind of my belief the whole way. So stupid, yeah, but it's too late now.
It worked out. So 40 CIAs, 5 MIAs, and how many digis?
Um, I I'm spending 300 a week, and I don't know yet how much I'm getting.
It's probably like 10.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. I think that's actually 8. Let me see. We'll just say that's 8. Is that Lighthouse?
It's Russman.
Okay. Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. Um, Probably 10 to 15 then. Something like that.
Mhm.
Um, okay. 40 CIAs, 5 MIAs. What's your schedule look like on a weekly basis, Devin? Because that's a lot of leads that are trickling in all throughout the week.
Mhm. I set in all of my lead orders to come in yesterday. With the holiday, they didn't all come in, but in a perfect world, they come in all by today so that I can dial them today, tomorrow. I'm kind of running off of a rough schedule that I saw Allison Boggs running, where she's Friday, Saturday dialing, Sunday, Monday running, Tuesday off, Wednesday, Thursday recruiting. That's kind of my ideal schedule that I'm trying to do. And last week was the closest I've gotten to it, where I was kind of chilling by a Tuesday, so it was pretty awesome. So
That's fantastic. All right, so I hope you are taking notes. So Friday, Saturday, you're booking them. Monday, Tuesday, running them, and then
Sunday,
you're
Monday running them.
Sunday, Monday. Okay.
Mhm.
What are you
Mhm.
doing Tuesday?
Tuesday is the day I'm trying to take off.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck. But if you're running all day Sunday,
Yeah.
okay, then yeah, you can definitely get a Tuesday off. If not, maybe like 2 or 3 appointments, or just tell people to kick rocks or talk to them Wednesday.
Mhm.
Um, and then you're recruiting. What are you doing for recruiting? What does that look like?
My brothers and I are spending a decent amount of money through Indeed and Zoho and all those sorts of things. We're running 6 overviews between all of us a week, so two each. And yeah,
Who are you direct to?
I'm direct to my brother Levi, who's direct to Carlton, who's Kishan Monteith.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love Carlton.
He's the best.
He's an absolute animal. Kashan is as well.
Mhm.
Honestly, all of them are. Okay, Friday, Saturday book, Sunday, Monday run, Tuesday rest, Wednesday, Thursday we're hammering, and you're mainly just running interviews Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, for
Oh,
myself. Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm able to be in contact with my recruits and spend more time on them. And that hasn't happened yet. I don't have enough recruits to fill up a whole day, but that's where I want to get
it's
to,
coming.
basically.
It's coming. Yeah. Perfect. Well, let's get into. So I just want to be clear here because everybody does stuff differently. Tyler, if he gets a CIA, he's calling it as soon as he gets it. I personally was never that way. Should be. I just, am kind of a dumbass and change very slowly. Um, which is why I don't work a ton of CIAs or now I'm working the Facebook leads obviously with Russman, but um, so you're kind of letting those. So on Thursday is when you're paying for it, and then they start trickling in, and then usually by the end of the day, Friday, you probably pretty much got all the leads that you're going to get. It fills up. I'm assuming you're licensed across the country, several
Yes.
states.
Mhm.
Okay. And then Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Sunday or Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, the Friday dial teams, Friday and Saturday. So a little bit in the morning today, a lot at night, a lot tomorrow morning, and then if I have to do any at night tomorrow. But usually tomorrow morning is pretty huge, so.
How much do you normally get done on a Friday? I'm asking because for me, it was almost like it was like Saturday was the big dial day. It was never
Mhm.
Friday. It was always Saturday. And then we would just try to make Saturday easier by going hard Friday. So if for me, my number was like six. If I can get between 6 and 8 on a Friday, I know Saturday is going to be not all day.
Well, last week was my record. I set 11 last Friday, which was crazy. But yeah, they weren't the best appointments because I didn't end up running, close to, yeah.
Well, the good news is you can call them again.
Yeah, definitely. For
Keep
sure. Yeah, and
calling.
some of those are still slowly, I have ran since then. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, let's get into just a role play on, let's just say, a call in. Right. We'll be pretty quick, and then I want to go over some appointment stuff with you as well. Um, you're not ones at closing. You're appointment setting on
mhm,
Friday, Saturday. Good.
mhm.
Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey Luke.
Hey.
Hey Luke, what's going on? This is Devin Hakola. I'm just giving you a call here about the notice I got for the home over there on Jackson Street.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, so I'm the field underwriter responsible for the mortgage protection program. That's what's going to pay off the home, if you die. And so my job is just to confirm the information that you provided so I can get your options out over to you. I had you down as a 29-year-old non-smoker. Is that correct?
That's actually incredibly correct. Yeah. Sorry. Nice.
Got it. And you're not going to pick up smoking this weekend, are you?
I hope not. No.
Okay. And I see that your loan amount is just about 150,000. Is that about right?
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And so my job is just to give you the information and help with the protection. And there's a couple different directions it can go for you. For example, some of the families that I help, they focus on making sure that their loved ones can keep the home, when they pass away. And for other people, their main concern is just making sure that those monthly mortgage payments are still made when they get hurt or sick. Which of those two is your main concern?
Just having the house paid off if I were to die for my wife.
Okay. Having the house paid off for your wife there. Okay. And so the protection that can step in for you or her. I guess in your home, are you guys kind of reliant on two incomes, or is there like a main breadwinner, or kind of how does that work for you guys?
I'm the sole provider. We got a newborn in the room across the hall, and she does all that stuff. She does all the mom stuff,
Okay, she's a stay-at-home mom. Wow, you are living the dream there.
something like that.
Great. And let's see, is this your first home?
It is.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
a big deal. Got the wife, got a newborn. How's that newborn been? Keeping you up at night? All those sorts of telltale things?
Yep, you could say that. Yep, I think my wife told me this morning. I take the night shift. I'm with the baby from 10 to 12, and he ate and slept like he was supposed to for me. And then come 2:30, that was her time to shine, and he he won't have it. So she's tired, and I'm fully rested. It's kind of just hate it for her.
Okay, all right. Well, you guys got a system there. That's important. And so let's see. So if anything happened to you, how difficult would it be I'm sorry, what's your wife's name?
Holly.
Holly. Okay. How difficult would it be for Holly to keep up? If we're thinking of the mortgage and the bills and everything like that, how difficult would it be for her to keep up with those sorts of things if, God forbid, something happened to you?
Well, I've got enough, life insurance that she could she wouldn't have any debt, but she wouldn't be able to live, you know. So I just I really wanted something so specifically to pay the house off now that we have a mortgage. That
Mhm.
way the other life insurance can be, like cash flow for her, if that makes sense.
Okay, got it. And let me just make sure I got everything correct here. So you have some life insurance there. You're just looking to get a little bit more to make sure that the home is paid off for her, correct?
That's exactly right.
Okay, and that life insurance that you have, is that through work or is that stuff that you actually own?
Some of it's through work, most of it's stuff that I own because I work for myself.
Oh, nice. Okay. And what do you do?
General contractor.
Wow. Okay. So you got quite the work schedule, I'd imagine.
You could say so.
Okay. And how much of that, just ballpark, and how much would you say that you own there for the
Um,
life insurance?
with my job, probably 250. I think outside of my job, about 500.
500. Okay. Got it. And okay, so okay, I can see why this makes sense for you. You're looking to make sure that that 150,000 is paid off separately and that 500,000 goes directly to her as kind of like an income replacement. Is that kind of the idea here?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do for you. Okay. And so just in order to see what you qualify for, in the last 10 years, any kind of like surgeries or hospital visits for you?
No, I'm pretty healthy.
Nice. Okay. Anything like minor like diabetes or high blood pressure for you?
No, I don't take any medicine. I don't even go to the doctor, to be honest with you.
That's a good strategy. Okay, don't go to the doctor. Okay. And what is a good height and weight for you?
6 foot, 200 pounds.
6'2". Okay. Got it. And I had you at general contractor. Okay. What is your work schedule typically like?
I usually am back home by 6 or 7. I usually leave the house about 6 or 7 as well.
Okay. 6 a.m. back. Yeah. Okay, well, that's everything I need. And there's about 30 different insurance carriers I'll be looking through, trying to find the best fit for you and Holly. The next step is just a quick call, so we can go over everything. I'll show you what's available, make recommendations, and you guys can decide what feels right. There's no pressure or anything like that. The only thing is, I'm working with about 20 families in the next 48 hours, so I'm just trying to find a good 15-minute window where I can get to you guys. The earliest time I have available is going to be either Saturday night or Sunday night. Which of those works best for you?
Probably Sunday night. Our Saturdays are kind of hectic.
Okay, Sunday. Got it. And okay, I'm looking at it now, and I have whew, either a 5:30 or let's see, an 8 o'clock. Which of those would be best for you guys? I know you got the newborn, everything like that.
Probably 8 o'clock because we normally feed them around 8, so I can feed them while we talk.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, great. Well, if you could just do me a favor and let Holly know, I'll be giving you guys a call on Sunday at 8, and I'll shoot you over. You'll just get a little reminder from my home office, setting that time aside for you guys so that I'm unavailable for other families. If you could just do me a favor and respond to that text saying yes or okay so they know to keep that time for you. And let's see, any other questions that you have for me before I let you go?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll set aside some extra time so that if you guys do have any questions, I'll be sure to answer those. And I promise that I'll do everything I can to make sure that you and Holly are protected. Okay.
Yep, that sounds good. Thanks, Devin.
Okay. No worries. And oh, yeah, one last thing. I'll shoot you over my business card and my driver's license so that you have some of my information as well. And I'll speak with you guys on Sunday at what time did we say again?
8 o'clock.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Talk to you then.
Mm-hmm. That was good. Let's give a golf clap. Golf clap for Levi. Um, you know your stuff. I can tell you make a lot of phone calls, you know. Um, Throw in the chat something that Devin did well. Something that he did well. Don't throw any negative stuff in there. Jesus. Okay. This is how you coach, guys. This is how you coach. You go over the positives first, right? The positives first.
Compliment sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not going to end with a compliment. No, absolutely not. Ever. No. I read that in a book and it was like, most people do this. Don't. I was like, all right, got it. So make them feel good right away and then step on their throat. Got it. Either one's fine. Or step on their throat and then, but I don't want you to miss the stuff that we could change. Do you want some, because obviously you didn't come to me for coaching. Do you want some chassis adjustments?
Yes.
Really, and I mean it was so good. I think I would just say there's an order change possibly
Mhm.
that could increase your show ratio by maybe 5 or 10%. You
Yeah,
know
I'll
what I'm
take it.
saying? Like I think if I'm looking at what you did well, you knew your stuff. You weren't really. thinking about what comes next. Like you didn't want to say the wrong thing next. It's not that. It was you were just present with me in that moment, and whatever came next was fine with you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like your heart rate never changed. That's a sign of a expert or somebody that's very close to it. If I'm looking at what would I make adjustments on, is the way that you dug out the why, I would do that exact same thing. That was beautiful. Beautiful. I even like the way that you said that people like it for two different reasons. I do something similar. It's a little bit different, but I like the way that you did. I've never done it that way. I never even thought of it. So I like that a bit or quite a bit. But as soon as the emotion's at the highest, you know, then book the appointment, right? Then book the appointment because
Yeah.
people are just human nature here. People don't make decisions based off of logic. They like to
Mm-hmm.
think that they do, but we
Mm-hmm.
make decisions, we take action based off of emotion. So if you can get him, a bridge from between where we are right now, which from what I said was I got enough life insurance to pay everything off, but I feel like I might need more, right? I explained that to you. I was building a gap between where I am to where I'd like to be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, you could have even asked another pull question there. It's hard to ask too many pull questions on the phone, you know, because you don't want to scare them off. It's a dance, But another follow-up question could be, if you'd like, would
Mm-hmm.
be, okay, so let me just, I guess, make sure. So what you're saying, Devin, is that, or what you're saying here, Luke, is that if heaven forbid you were to have died yesterday, she's got enough to where she could have, the debts paid off. She could live a debt-free life. Um, but she might have to like eventually go back to, I guess, to work. Is that what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
geez. I guess even living debt-free, because obviously you guys got a newborn with the diapers and everything. Um, I mean, how long do you feel like she could sustain? Like a year or two? You think she could sustain through elementary school, or was she wanting to homeschool, or could she do that if she went to work?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like she just really wants to be the one that raises her child, not take him to drop him off at daycare where somebody else can raise him. Is that kind of what I'm hearing? Gotcha. Okay. Got you see how I just went just one step forward, just one tiny step. And honestly, if you're afraid of getting a bad answer, you can tell. And like I told there, I didn't ask, but it felt like I was asking.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. The way that I framed it was okay. So is that kind of what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just took it one step further. Like I guess how long could she sustain Devin to where she doesn't have to, I guess, get like a job, you know? Man, 3 years. Jeez. Hmm. Okay. Well, hey, that's a lot more than most people have. I might pull them out there, because I don't want to be a jerk, right? Hey, listen, 3 years, 29, you've done a great job preparing, but I do see that gap you're talking about where, hey, do we want to have her set up for a couple of years or set up for the rest of her life like most of the, you know, grown up adults do? The really good fathers do. It's just different yeah, or just hit him like with a dad line. It's like, man, I tell you what, there's just a difference between how you protect your wife and how you protect your wife and your child. I don't know what it is, but it's like I hear it all the time, Devin, is that we get more requests for this exact same situation for the sole reason of is that as soon as you meet that little one, man, all we can think about is I got to make sure I'm prepared. I got to make sure I'm prepared. I got to be a good dad. If I go today, I got to be the dad that set my son up right. So I hear you. You're in the same ballpark as all the other good dads I sit with, right? I put them in you can categorize them right there. Does that make sense? And then
Mm-hmm.
book it. I mean, it's just a small, tiny adjustment, right? Um, does that make sense?
Definitely, yeah, and that's what I want. I want three sentences for every person that I book the appointment of what their why is, and that helps big. I guess putting it at the end of the appointment, I'm just afraid. I've always been afraid to, because I can't book the appointment without the why, and if I don't get it in the beginning, you know what I mean?
How
But
many appointments would you say that you've ran?
I don't know,
Several.
yeah, a bunch.
You know underwriting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, how would I put this? you know underwriting enough now where if you don't get all of their information for medical, you're going to be fine,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
sometimes we're afraid to get medical for some reason until the very end. Like I was always afraid to ask the why question. Like I wanted to wait to the why. I was trying, like everything else was easy for me.
Hmm.
I never, like after, 2 months of dialing, I never got, well, why do you need to know what my health is? Because I knew how to prepare him for it. It's like,
Hmm.
obviously, Devin, this coverage, it's based off your age and your health, right? Now, I don't have to draw your blood or nothing. We ain't got to do that like most life insurance companies, but we do, however, have to ask you a couple questions just so we can get you the best, find out what will work best for you. That's still over explaining it. Just don't make it weird. You know how I ask questions for, like, I do policy reviews a lot with my book of business because it ain't Gino's book of business, but it's enough, right? And I'll call them and I'm like, hey, I'll get them like sold on a new product or something, and then I'll just hit them out of the blue. It's like, um, Levi, can I ask you something? And they're like, well, yeah. I was like, it's gonna sound weird. Like, just bear with me here. It's like, you guys got any extra debt? Like any other debts? Like, how many debts would you guys say you have? And they can't say, oh, that's a weird question because I just told them it was weird. You know what I'm saying? They'll never, like, I just prepared them for it.
Hmm.
So if you want to, if you keep getting cut off anywhere, this is for anybody on the call. If you ever keep getting cut off at one particular point, just say something before it. That's it. Just say something before. That's it. That is
Hmm.
literally it. It's like I do have to ask you a couple medical questions here. Obviously, the coverage is based off your age and your health. And for you guys, any high blood pressure, diabetes? Yeah. Why do you need to know that? Well, you didn't want to overpay for insurance, did you? Okay. Yeah. And what do you guys do for work? Anything dangerous? If I say anything dangerous, I automatically get permission because now it makes sense why I'm asking.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't ask life insurance on the phone. I don't. Never have. Okay. Should you? Probably. Have I? No. What I'm saying is, guys, is find what works for you. Okay. Devin dives deep into that, into the life insurance stuff. I just don't. I just don't, because I know I'm going to ask him again on the appointment side. I'm going to dive into it. I might mention something at the very end, like, hey, those life insurance policies you told me about, you just have those handy for us. I like legally, I have to review those. It ain't nothing crazy. I just have to make sure I'm leaving you better than you found you. And ethically, I can't overinsure you. Does that make sense? Like, I can't over. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Gotcha. And you said 8 o'clock? Great. Click it. But that's the only adjustment that I would make is if you put the Y at the very end, the motion's going to be highest and it's easier. I learned that from Jimmy Spildinner because it's like it's really weird. This is think about in-home appointments, right? It's like if you did it that route, it's like, yeah, well, they have me out in your area helping families in their home from, on Monday and Tuesday. Which day would be better for you? Oh, I don't want anybody coming out, right? Well, if the Y was 4 minutes ago,
Hmm.
the emotion's already gone down. As soon as that emotion's at its highest, it never stays there. It always goes back down,
Hmm.
right? So if I put it like you're not gonna tell me, oh, I don't want somebody to come to my house. It's like, bro, you just told me that your wife is gonna have to go get a job. How do you mean?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Small adjustments. It ain't gonna take you to 100% close ratio or show ratio, but if it takes you up 10%, you can get two extra sits a week. You might have one extra sale. Make sense?
Hmm.
Hope that helps. Guys, listen, I will role play with any and all of you as long as you're doing the consistent work. Okay? As long as you're doing consistent work. Simeon doing the work. Devin doing the work. Brittany Zimic doing the work. Right? I'll role play till the damn cows come home. Just got to see some activity in the chat and then I'll pick on you. Any other questions you got for me, Devin?
No, thank you. That was awesome.
Let's have a damn day. See you guys.